has standing meditation in it. And I think standing meditation is a very powerful tool, and that's why I choose that as a preference. But occasionally I do sitting meditation myself as well. And I thought today we might just do sitting meditation. Also, during these healing classes, there's a tendency for me to lead a guiding healing and fill the space, as it were. And so this time, I'd like to try and have a little bit more silence in the class. Well, silence and Zoom don't go together very well because we have a tendency to believe that as everything goes silent and everything goes still, that Zoom has stopped working and the person who's talking is frozen. So we're just going to have to take it for granted that I haven't frozen, that the Zoom hasn't frozen, that I'm still live, as it were. And so I'd like to try and leave some more spaces in our Wednesday class this morning. Don't be tempted to panic and worry that the class is frozen. Just allow that to be the case. And of course, where I am, my signal is less than 100% reliable. And so if indeed it does disappear, don't worry. There's another aspect to this as well, which is that if you find yourself in a nice deep space, when it comes to closing down and finishing the meditation, perhaps you might just want to stay there. And so if you find that it's not time for you to stop your meditation, then just stay with it. Just like to talk a little bit about the nature of meditation. In the past, I've written several articles about the beautiful trap of meditation, which is finding ourselves desperately wanting to return to this still, quiet place. And for a long while, that's a great idea, because meditation is an extraordinary healing tool. And so as we sit in quiet, as we quieten our mind, we stop the mind from consuming energy. When we stop consuming energy, the body starts to heal. When we move the patterns away that are constantly crowding out our head, then that is where the healing begins. So sitting in silence is such an important tool. Do I think that we should sit in silence for 10 hours a day, 10 days in a row, in a Vipassana setting? I think that it has its place for healing. It's like a boot camp for healing. I think it's a fantastic idea to learn that discipline, to get deep into it and really sort of chew your way through 10 days of Vipassana. But is that ultimately where we want to go to? Is that ultimately what we need to do? Depends on your healing journey, doesn't it? So if your healing requires you to spend 2, 3, 6 months repeatedly going back into deep silence, then so be it. But I think at some stage, we have to emerge from that. I think that maybe even that can become a beautiful trap, a tempting place to be. So with all of things, we have to find our way to being the best we possibly can, to mastering the art, but also not becoming so consumed by it that it's the only thing we do. So what we're trying to learn is to bring this stillness into our daily lives, not to cast our daily lives aside in favor of stillness. The unfortunate thing is that we have cast our health aside in favor of the reverse of stillness. the modern world. And so we do need a counterbalance. There's no question about that. And so whilst meditation can also provide this beautiful trap, there's also such a wealth of healing involved in it. So let's just draw our minds back gently from the outside world. Draw the mind inside. So once we were outside, connected, feeling the outside world, now we gently draw back inside. You can allow your eyes to softly close or 3/4 close. Allow a stillness to settle over you. Draw mind back deep inside. Allow the mind to go quiet. We still feel connected to the earth below. We still feel connected to the heavens above. Nothing active here. Everything is passive. Just allowing ourselves to connect gently with all there is. When you soften and connect out, you start to realize that you were never not connected out. You've always been part of this story. Feel your way into this beautiful connection with nature. Re-find your place in nature. So some of you guys have been practicing for a long time and can find it easily into a chi state quite quickly. Others will have found that settling the mind is a really tricky thing to do. The moment you have a little bit of stillness, something pops up. Many, many years ago, I lived in South Africa, and I went to a drive-in movie there, where you sit in your car, in the comfort of your car, you look at the screen ahead of you, and hundreds of other cars parked all around you, people munching popcorn. While we sat there, a few huge raindrops fell from the sky. In Africa, the raindrops are huge. So we had to wipe the windscreen of the car to see the film. That's the image I'm suggesting for you. Wiping the internal screen when a thought comes up. As you catch yourself thinking of something, a question arises, a thought arises, a command arises, a picture, sometimes it's just a picture, presents itself to you. Gently sweep across your inner vision, pushing that idea to one side, like the car windscreen wiper. And then leave the vision clear and empty. It's inevitable you're going to have to clear the screen to the other side. Something always comes up. The nice thing to know is that lots of things may come up now, but less and less continue to come up as you practice. Just stay with this idea. Quiet inside, gently assessing the mind's state. Stepping back from the mind's messaging channel, as it were. Stepping back from your own social media feed inside your head. Someone once described Facebook to me like a river. It keeps flowing constantly. But just from time to time, you look into the river to see what's going by. You might see one fish and then another fish, and then a leaf and a twig. Then you step back, but the river keeps on flowing. It's the same with your media feed in your head. These things can be flowing and flowing. What we're trying to do now is not to dip in to the river. As the ideas come up and flow past, just allow them to do that. Gently nudge them on their way. Let them go. Allow this flow just to be that. A stream of ideas, of pictures, of thoughts. Let's be fair, there may not be very nice ones as well. There might be fears popping up. Gently brush them on their way. You don't have to attach to anything this morning. Let's just spend a few moments like that. Gently scan through the body and see where you're holding pain. See inside the body, looking for areas that might need a little bit of help. Use your brain like a beautiful searchlight. Shine this searchlight through your body. Illuminate parts of the body that need help. Just let the whole of the body relax. Your mind can gently we foster this idea of our connection with earth below, heaven above, our connection with each other as a class, our connection with our bodies, a connection with nature around us, a connection out into the universe. We feel this total connection with all there is. Then feel inside your body. Feel a connection to your heart. Send love deep inside your heart. Feel a connection to your lungs. Send love deep inside your lungs. Onto your left ribs, your pancreas and spleen. Sending love deep inside. And your right ribs, your liver. Fill with joy. Kidneys round the back. Pressing gently against whatever it is you're sitting against. Or perhaps if you're straight back, just feeling into the lower back. Your kidneys. Feel throughout the whole of your body. Perfect working order. Everything healthy. Just enjoy a few moments of total connection with your internal organs. So where is your mind at? Does it manage to stay inside? Manage to stay still and calm? Or do you need to draw it back once again? Stay steady. Draw mind back. Whenever something comes up, gently brush it aside. Reset the scene and settle your mind back again. Ask your body a question. Why did this happen to me? Why did I get ill with some event? What is the root of my emotional problem? Ask yourself a question and see what comes back straight away. When we bring ourselves into this liminal state, where the thoughts stop, when we ask ourselves a question like, why did I get ill? What is the root cause of my emotional problem? Whatever question suits you, the first thing that comes back is always the truth. No matter how bizarre it might seem, or irrelevant it might seem. Perhaps the image of a person, perhaps the image of a time. Whatever answer you replied, did you hear it? So sometimes that's the most difficult, is hearing and understanding. It's rare in human life that a freak accident changes the course of our life. More often, there's someone involved, someone else very often, but also ourselves, our choice to be in that place at that time, to witness that event, to be part of it. You might feel that none of it was your fault. But you were still there at that place at that time. So who do you have to forgive today? Do you have to forgive someone who hurt you? Maybe you have to forgive yourself. Let's use the Hawaiian tool, Ho'oponopono. Visualize someone to work with, someone who may be the cause of this problem. It could just as easily be you that you need to work with. In your mind's eye, stand this person in front of you. See them standing there, neutral expression. If it's somebody you fear, let's just firewall ourselves from them. Imagine drawing a beautiful golden circle round the other person. And then when the circle comes round to the front, take it round behind you and back to the front again. So continue this figure of 8 shape. You in the center of one circle, this other person in the center of the other circle. Keep this golden figure of 8 moving around you. They can stay in their portion, you in yours, safe, firewalled from them. In a strange dichotomy, you might actually be in both circles. If it's something you want to work with, forgiveness for yourself. But it's your imagination. You can create anything you like. So perhaps there's just an aspect of you in this other circle that you might want to let go of, that you might want to forgive. Might be a habit, might be an addiction, or it might be somebody else completely different. Again, it could be somebody terribly close, but it might just be an aspect of them that you wish to forgive and let go of. So perhaps it might be your partner's anger, or it might be your, I don't know, you get the idea. So we create this beautiful golden ring, getting thicker and bigger. Joins just in front of us between us and the other person. Keeps them in their space. Keeps you in your space. We start our Ho'oponopono by looking at this person, saying, I'm sorry. To this person's face, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. Now, it might seem terribly difficult to say that you're sorry to someone who's abused you, hurt you, upset you, or an aspect of you you really don't like. But nothing is ever 100% in this world of ours. Maybe it's only 99% them and 1% you. But you still have to apologize from the depth of your heart for the 1% that is you. So you acknowledge that we're always connected. You acknowledge that we always have some culpability in every problem, in every crime. Just quietly think of this other person and repeat in your head the idea. I'm so sorry. Sit quietly with this idea. Sorry. The second line of Ho'oponopono. Please forgive me. It's difficult to swallow as well. I have to ask forgiveness from this person who's done X to me. It's still part of the culpability idea. Forgive me for the tiny, tiny, tiny percentage point that put us in this situation. Forgive me for, well, fighting back. Forgive me for whatever it was. This is all part of how we accept what has occurred. Just accept that you were part of the story. So sorry. Please forgive me. Forgive me for my part in this story. Honestly and deeply forgive me. The next thing we say to this person is thank you. Part of our acceptance of the situation. Thank you for the lessons we've learned. Thank you for the understandings at a deep level. Just thank you. The first idea is, I love you. Sometimes the hardest thing to say to someone who has created problems for you. But setting aside all of those problems, setting aside the grief they may have caused in your life. One human being to another human being. Just sending love. Feel that it's possible to radiate love into their lives. So still think of this person sitting opposite you or standing opposite you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm so, so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Whole body relaxes. Soften and allow this healing process to take place. We see ourselves as separate, divided from this other person by this beautiful figure of 8 ring around us. So now just imagine somebody standing beside you who's going to help you. We're going to sever the ring. We're going to allow this other person to drift out of our sphere of influence, to drift away. Let go of them. Don't be fearful. This doesn't mean letting go of a person forever. It means letting go of the aspects of them that are no longer needed in your relationship. So it may be an utter relief to have this person completely disappear from your life. But it might also just be an aspect of someone you love you would like to let go. See the other person sitting next to you, in front of you, the golden figure of 8 separating you. And in between you, to one side, somebody who will help you. Who's that going to be? Perhaps it's the Archangel Gabriel. Perhaps it's Jesus. Perhaps it's Muhammad. Perhaps it's Buddha. Perhaps it's none of those people. Perhaps it's your best friend. Perhaps it's me. I'm going to equip this person with a beautiful sword. Long, shimmering blade that's going to cut the connection between the two of us. So when you feel ready, ask this assistant to raise the blade up, ready to chop the connection between the two of you. And then I'll count down 3, 2, 1, chop, and then we'll just imagine slicing this connection and letting the other person go. So just see the scene. You, the other person in front of you, the figure of 8 that keeps you together, and the assistant with the sword raised to cut the rings. Ask your assistant to raise the sword up above their head, ready to cut clean through this figure of 8. 3, 2, 1, chop. See the blade swiftly go through, severing the 2 gold rings. Allow the person on the opposite side to drift away. Just see them gently drifting out of view. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Turn your attention back to your gold ring. It's around you. The mark where it was severed, just smooth it off. Just feel this beautiful ring of protection around you. We can look up and see that this person has disappeared from view. This aspect has disappeared from view. You can thank your angelic being, your helper, your friend, and allow them to leave too. So sometimes when we disconnect from somebody, it can feel like it leaves a hole in our energetic body. Scan through your energy field around your body. If you find there's a hole energetically, just plug it with chi, fill it up with healing energy. Whole body relaxes. Mind gently expands. Just sit quietly for a few moments. Notice where your mind is and return back to a settled state. Brush aside stories. Body relaxed. Mind expand. Stay in this gentle state. Just a few more minutes sitting quietly. Okay. Let's slowly bring our minds back into our bodies. Just feel through the body a little bit. Just guide your mind to lower dantian, deep in the belly. From lower dantian, experience your spine. Experience your brain. Feel your way into your head and into your neck. Imagine it's possible to illuminate your head and neck with qi. Whole of your spine illuminated with qi. Imagine it's possible to illuminate your neck and your shoulders, upper back, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists and fingers. So let the whole body relax. Illuminate the upper body. Illuminate the chest, ribs. Illuminate the center of your body with all those vital organs in it. Illuminate down into your lower trunk, to your pelvis, into your tailbone, sexual organs, digestive system. Just imagine blood and qi flowing well to the whole upper part of the body. And then drawing our attention down to our hips, tailbone, hip joints, attention down into the thighs, knees filled with qi, calves, ankles, Achilles tendons filled with qi, feet, the tips of the toes, the soles of the feet, the whole back surface of the body filled with Qi, blood and Qi flowing well. Blood and Qi flowing well. An abundance of energy deep inside your body. All functions of your body, perfect working order. All functions of your body are healthy. All functions of your body, healthy. Feel that to be true. Believe that to be true. Let's gather our hands onto our bellies. Just hold tight. And don't forget, if you just don't want to stop now, just keep going. Just going to draw 3 circles around the belly button. Just gathering energy in, holding Qi deep inside. And send 3 circles in the opposite direction. Really feel you can gather yourself into your body. Feel your body healthy and well. Imagine your Wei Qi layer, this protective field of energy around your body. Wei Qi layer strong, protecting you. And your Qi body, a meter all around you, protects you and connects you. Yourself safe and protected, but connected appropriately to the outside world. That means barriers in place. Connected appropriately. Feel that whatever difficult connection you worked with, that's now been severed. That you've let go of some aspect of you or some person who's been a problem. Feel that you can repeat this every day. The simple 4 phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You can repeat it with the same person again and again and again until one morning you realize no longer needed. The work is finished. And then you might think, I know exactly who I need to do this with. You might start the process and find that after a minute or two, just has no power at all, no point. You think, oh, well, that problem must be solved then. That's it. So don't unmute yourself. Let's just gently say Haola. And if you wish to keep going, just keep going and absorb the Haola. Release the hands. So 1, 2. Haola. Haola means good already. All of the things we worked with already sorted. 1, 2. Voila. If you're keeping going with the meditation, just gently absorb this Haola information. Last time then. 1, 2. just bring our hands together. Salute. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here today. If you wish to continue meditating, just enjoy. Sit with this deep sensation. You can always just end your meditation by placing your hands on the belly and bringing yourself back to yourself. You don't need to do anything fancy. Just remember to smile. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day.